In 1998, my brother-in-law was running Aqua Greens, and he at the time was building fairly small target greens for driving ranges. And when I bought the company from him in 2002, one of the first things I did was start a design process for supersizing the product and putting infilled playable turf onto the greens. We've had incredible experiences with companies like Red Bull and some of the golf star power that we've been able to work with over the years to really challenge ourselves to design and build things that are just really outside the box. And we have a long history of producing island greens for special events. I mean, we've had some opportunities to build some very unique islands, but you know, a guitar is just very uncommon. The fretboard component, tying that element into the main body of the green, is by far, engineering-wise, the more complicated part of this build. There's a lot of stress on the frame where the fretboard meets the body of the green. It's a moving structure. You know, there was in fact a lot of structural integrity built into that transition point to stabilize that area of the green. It's one thing to sketch something on paper, but then it's another thing to take it to the point where it's a finished structure. So it was several months of design time, and then the actual build was about 500 hours. And that's before it's packaged and shipped to the location. We designed the island green. Every one is a little bit different depending on the size and the shape of the green. So part of our design studio, we have software that helps us to determine what the buoyancy requirements are beneath the green. So we have marine grade flotation that gets bolted to the underside of this structure at very specific locations and heights that make the entire structure float level. This thing weighs about 10,000 pounds, and the flotation underneath it has a load capacity of around 20,000 pounds. That's what allows us to be on it right now is, you know, we need more flotation than the unit weighs so that people can be on it. You know, I mean, in a golf course application, people need to walk around on these things and collect the golf balls. And sometimes they have special events. They want to put something heavy actually on the green. The process starts with an aluminum frame. We bend all of our metal so that the edges of the green have the shape that it has. Obviously the side walls of the green, we refer to that as skirting, and it is a pressure treated skirting material. Those are the basic components for building it. The rest of it is just a lot of engineering. Finishing it with the right turf is our most important addition to the final stage. The carpet is a very shaggy top surface, and we top dress it with sand and broom that sand into the fabric of the turf, and then it's top dressed again and the sand is broomed in again. That process is repeated until that carpet is completely packed full of sand. It's a very labor intensive process, but when it is all said and done though, a golf ball will land on this carpet and it is just like landing a ball on the green at the golf course. It's designed to hold the shot, to replicate an authentic golf experience. The slope of the green is intentional. As the golfer is teeing off to the green, if the top surface were flat, the golfer wouldn't see the green at all. They would just probably see a flag pin. So we pitched the top surface towards the golfer, basically to present the green to the golfer, and it allows them to see where they're hitting. But this green in particular has a lot of topography to it that's designed to not only allow the golfer to see the ball, but then depending on where they place the ball on the green, it will, like towards the back of the green, there's a small amount of pitch towards the cup. It will reward a very well-placed ball towards the back of the green and allow the ball to roll towards the pin. The very front of the green has, you know, some contours that if you get too close to the edge, it will dump your ball into the water. This pond at the Grove was a challenge. They have a liner in their pond. So normally we would drop multiple anchors, very large boat anchors, around the perimeter of the green to hold it in place. And at this particular location, we could not drop sharp boat anchors into the bottom of the pond. We didn't want to rip their liner. So we have like 300-foot anchor lines stretched out to the shoreline all the way around. There's 4 of them on this green, and you know, in the back corners and on both sides of the green, and that just centers the green so that it's constantly facing the tee location. I mean, aqua greens, it's like, well, when the phone rings, we just see what the client wants and is it something that we're capable of building. We try to rise to the occasion, you know, based on what clients are asking for. To be out there and stand back 20 feet and just watch people, just the emotion of getting a golf ball on the green and it stays, or just almost hitting the green and it misses. I mean, it's exciting to watch people enjoy a sport that they already enjoy, but then an island green just seems to bring out a level of emotion that it's exciting to watch. It's very satisfying to build the product and then watch people react to it as strongly as they do sometimes.